You're looking at the 2014 Chevy SS. I'm happy to report that the SS brand is back the way it should be. Rear-wheel drive, V8 under the hood. This is essentially an Australian vehicle. It's the Holden SS Redline. In Australia, Holden is much like Chevrolet, a very popular brand, and a lot of the vehicles are the same, like the Chevy Cruze. The Holden that they get over there is a little bit different than the Chevy SS. For example, we have the Corvette engine. So let's look at this from a styling perspective. It's a four-door sedan, but it has a lot of weight-saving technology. For example, the hood is aluminum. They've shaved 150 pounds off of the Australian version of the vehicle. You also have these very aggressive vents here. Wheels are unique to the SS, and you have these Brembo brakes, which are just beautiful and really perform well. Moving around here to the back, as you can see, very aggressive. You got the spoiler, you got the SS badging on the back. And when you look at this from a distance, you might think Malibu or Impala, but I can tell you, once you get behind the wheel, there's no mistaking this is a performance car. And even though most people will compare it to the Dodge Charger, it's much smaller and much more nimble and much lighter than the Charger. Under the hood of the Chevy SS, you'll find a Corvette LS3 V8 engine. It produces 415 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Now, while those numbers aren't quite Dodge Charger 470 horsepower numbers, I can tell you when you look at power to weight ratio, it's a much better performer. The only major option on this vehicle is a sunroof. So what we really like are the steering, the seats, everything about this vehicle just makes you feel like you're driving a sports car. I mean, if your idea of a sports car is a Camry SE, forget it. Don't even think about this car. This car has a growl to it. It's got paddle shifters. It can handle. It could do 150 without even blinking. When you look at the price point, around $45,000, it's a little bit more than the Dodge Charger, but it's actually competing, in my opinion, with much more expensive vehicles like the BMW 550i, which has a V8, or the Mercedes-Benz E550. You know, those are the kind of vehicles that this is really competing with. It doesn't have the luxury, but it certainly has the performance. It's great to have the SS name back. And when I mean back, I'm not talking about the front-wheel drive, watered-down version we got in the 90s. I'm talking about rear-wheel drive, V8 power. This is the real thing. I think it's safe to say that Chevy is a brand that's tired of other brands taking away segments that they invented, or at least always had a presence in. For example, a couple years ago, we saw the Camaro, and look where that's become. And now we have the Chevy SS. No longer will the Dodge Charger be the only rear-wheel drive American muscle car, along with its sister vehicle, the Chrysler 300C. Really like this vehicle. Love the compact form factor. Love the fact that it's under 4,000 pounds, has over 400 horsepower, and is priced right around $45,000. A great value and a great driving vehicle, certainly an American performer.